Hello Aquarius, welcome back to my channel if you're a returning subscriber. If you're new, welcome. I hope you enjoy the reading. It's a general reading for your sign. Okay, so let's see what we've got for you. Please don't forget to like and share or like and subscribe, as that does help to move the videos around YouTube. We've got 12th house and we've got 8th house and we've got 9th house. Let's get some astrological guidance. We've got void of course moon. Oh, we've got two here. We've got Taurus. As I said, that's going to come in for you. And then we've got North Node, which is a very powerful card. This is about life's purpose. So this is great because, as I said, there could very well be a change of direction with that solar eclipse happening. But it obviously it's for your benefit, however the situation unfolds. Mart coming in. Sekhmet, be strong. And we've got Pele, divine passion. So this is very much about finding your purpose or getting onto your purpose. A big door's opening here for you now. So bottom of the goddess deck is Sarasvati, the arts. So this may be important for you. As I said, it could be a hobby or an interest of yours which now becomes a career, or it could be that you need to do this in order to enhance your creativity and to bring in your passion. Bottom of the astrology deck is part of fortune increase. Also another lovely card coming in, very, very fortunate card. Mother, that is Lady Luck and Lady, good fortune coming in for you. Let's get a fairy tarot. Okay. Reach out to others for assistance. Four of Autumn. I thought another one wanted to come out there, but no. Okay, so bottom of the deck, Four of Winter. Destiny card. Satisfaction, okay. Okay, so let's have a look here now. 12th house. So this is the house of the unconscious, everything that is behind the scenes in your unconscious. This can be related to behavioral patterns, programming, hidden motives and desires, or just anything hidden really that is in the background. It's like your operating system, and so that it rules everything in the unconscious. And it's also about soulmates. It's also about dreams. You kind of reaching for that. It's connection to the divine, to God, to source, to prime creator, whatever is right for you, and also pulling down imagination and inspiration via that conduit, but also activating it, because don't forget it rules the unconscious. So whatever you've got going on that perhaps is latent or hidden or that you can tap into, then the 12th house will be able to activate that for you. It's a very emotional place. It's also about some sort of retreat or seclusion possibly is required. In that case, like a retreat as in a holiday or a yoga retreat, or it could just be a daily retreat like a meditation, or just time away to just recenter yourself, or to connect, or to do your artistic activities, whatever is appropriate. And it's also about your spiritual life, as I said, connecting to the divine, and it can also be about healing and mysticism. So now the healing is going to be activated at the moment simply because we have Jupiter moving through Pisces at the moment, and Jupiter is a very expansive planet. It brings in breakthroughs and luck and so on. And in the 12th house, this is ruled by Pisces, so there's a very transcendent quality, and the healing can be activated. So I feel that will come in for you in some shape or form. It could also be that you may be involved in the healing industry, whether it's medical or some other profession that could be coming in. Service to others comes in with the 12th house as well. It can also be about coming to grips with certain aspects of yourself that are, like either escapist tendencies or addictions to things. Sometimes that can come in with this card. The escapism can also be just literally taking an escape, like a holiday. But sometimes when it goes over and becomes too much, then it slips into just not facing things, But it can also be about resolutions and endings, completing things, and resolving issues that have been either underlying in the unconscious or external issues. It can also be to do with, as I say, soulmate energy coming in, connecting with somebody who's very much, part of your plan, your life plan. And karma comes in, whether that's karmic lessons or karmic things that you and your person are working on, or just you are working on this time around. It can also be to do with visiting institutions of all kinds. Now, this could be a learning institution like a university, or it could be a government institution, or it could be a library, something that's, something that has stature, and it could even be a hospital in some cases. So as I said, if you're a healing person or in the medical side, then that may be appropriate for you. I'm just highlighting all the aspects that can come in with the 12th house. Now we've got here void of course moon missing. So this is saying that while the moon is between signs, it goes through a bit of a shadow period where things may not be what they seem, and there's things moving around in the background, there's wheels turning in the background that you are not aware of. So it's a time actually to not be taking big actions during this period. Now this could unfold over a week, probably about a week. It might be for the entire month, but usually it's not that long a period, so just be aware of it. But this is a time generally to actually go inward and to just rest, recover, dream and plan. It's not a good time, and with Mercury retrograde anyway, so this may very well be the case for you. This is about thinking about or planning or dreaming about what it is that you're reaching for, and thinking about your next move and how you're going to go about it, and so on and so forth. And this is, so it's like a rest and recovery period. If you've been feeling very tired or you're recovering from something, this is the ideal time with this energy. It's not a good time to be asking for medical test results or trying to launch something, because you'll get no result or the wrong result, So it's a shadow period. It's a time for introspection, and that is the best energy that you can get from this. Don't put your energy into anything big or important or special at this time. Just continue your normal path, continue as you are, and take breaks and take advantage of the rest and the recovery period here. It also says you've got Mart fairness here, so this situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. Normally she's around legal things, some sort of form of justice, so that could be an institution of some sort, like a government structure or something like that, or whatever the situation may be. But it can also be about negotiation or mediation in regard to the 12th house. It's saying that something will come out in the fairest and best possible way. So it will be handled in a fair and just manner, whatever is being tackled here in the 12th house. And so there's the scales of justice there. Things are in the balance. But the main thing with this this card is, once you put your case forward, say what you need to say, do what you need to do, and then leave it and detach from a specific outcome or driving towards an outcome, because you need to hand this over to the universe. Let Mart deal with it. Her vision and the universal vision of your particular situation will be much wider than your perception, and all things will be taken into account. And if you detach from a specific outcome and allow that energy to work through, then the very best outcome will come through. And as I said, this does go with the void of course moon missing, where there are things moving in the background that you are not aware of. Things are not what they seem. Okay, so take that into consideration. Once you've put your case forward, just let it go and carry on as you would normally, and allow this to turn and sort itself out. It is also saying here, the bottom of the Fairy Tarot was Four of Winter. Set aside your concerns for now. You can make a decision later. Solutions that come from meditation, the need for more sleep, or a vacation. So this goes very well with the 12th house and void of course moon energy. Just let the universe deal with the situation. Put it forward, your side, or whatever it is that you need to put on the table, and then allow it to work, and then just retreat and spend time. It's a lovely pine tree that she's lying in there. So spend time just resting, recovering, looking after your body, your health, all of those sorts of issues, and take advantage of this period, this period of void of course moon, to just rest, recover, dream and plan for some later time. Get things organized for yourself, do a bit of resource planning or whatever it is that you need to do, and then just allow these wheels or this situation to turn and sort itself out. You could also, as I say, be possibly wanting to do something which is artistic or creative related or musical related. You could either be in this profession, or you have something that you like to do, and it doesn't have to be a professional interest or a professional hobby, but it could be just you tinkering away on an instrument, or spending time in a creative or an artistic pursuit. We are all born creative. Not all of us are artistic. So use your creativity at this time, whatever it may be, because what it does is it raises your energy. So possibly something will manifest for you, but it's a very calming energy. She's enjoying herself. It's a very calm and serene place to be, and that's what you need to aim for. You need to slip into this area with this activity, whatever it may be. It could even be visiting places for music recitals, or going to galleries, or whatever the situation, if you're not physically doing it yourself. But what it will do is it will raise your vibration, and also just bring you into the present moment. Any craft or artistic or creative activity or musical activity, that's what it does. It really does help you to focus your attention on that thing, and then you slip into a meditative state, which is what you need to do now with this very strong 12th house energy here. Now we have got the 8th house. So 8th house does deal with endings and beginnings. This can be like a cycle change. So something ending and something beginning, like an old cycle falling away and a new cycle coming in. It could be the end of a chapter and a beginning of a new chapter. It could also be the regeneration or the renewal of something, like a phoenix. Okay. It can also be sort of birthing something after something has fallen away. So the elements of this are sexuality, death, and this can be an ego death, or the passing away of some aspect of your life that you don't need anymore. Sometimes it can be a physical death of someone, but it's usually a symbolic death, and then birth as well. So all of these themes come in with this, but it is also a finance house. This is normally big finance, so this can be related to assets, insurances, investments, banking, tax, and all forms of big finance. And in some cases it can be legacies that you are creating or that you are benefiting from, or an inheritance. Sorry about the dogs barking. So it's a finance house, everything related to that, but it's usually quite big, and there may be aspects there, even property may be related, maybe coming in for you. It can also be with regards to the union of you and a partner, as in a love partner or a business partner. How is that going to come together? The nuts and bolts of how that relationship is going to be put together. So this is the emotional and the material resources. How are they going to fit together? So that may be relevant for you as well. But just take into account that it's quite a powerful house. You could also be dealing with other people's resources in this house, handling those. And it can also be the rising up of your psychic abilities or psychic side, or you may just be getting really strong impressions of certain things as well. Now we have got here Taurus I have. So this is a very good sign. This is a very it's a very good energy this coming in. It's going to bring stability and so on. So we'll get to that, but I just want to bring this in here. We've got 5 of autumn. It says here, reach out to others for assistance, poor timing for a career change, feeling challenged by money issues. So I do feel that this may actually be leaving you at some point, or you may be in the transition stage with this now. So what it is saying is that, you know, especially as it's coming into your finance house here, whatever it's related to, it could very well be to do with this, where you perhaps need to restructure or change something, or get rid of something, or rearrange something in some way, or some aspect may be leaving your life now. You've now got to make another plan. You may just need assistance, as in guidance, or perhaps expert opinion, or some other kind of assistance at this time. You know, you may have a career issue. Perhaps you're wondering if you shouldn't change career because you are concerned about monetary matters, or with this eclipse energy going on, and there is other energy, your purpose coming in here. You could be wondering whether, if you change and start doing something which is more aligned with you, your purpose, or your particular path in life, something that you've longed to do, something that is close to your heart, something that you feel is really for you, is your life purpose, and something that's really close to your heart, then you may just be concerned about the monetary aspect of that. Can it work, and so on. So take steps to get guidance and assistance in that regard, and you may just have to wait a bit. As I said, with the void of course moon coming in, you may just have to wait a little bit. Assess a few things. With the Mercury retrograde energy, this is a very introspective energy. It's not a good time for launching. So this is about assessing things, going over things again, checking things, looking at everything with detail, and sort of very introspective. Things will slow down. So bring all that energy in, and just be aware that things are going to change, because you have got positive cards coming in here. So this is that introspective rearrangement, recalculating kind of an energy. I feel that is what this is related to. So coming back to this, in your 8th house, so Taurus is a very it's a very material related sign. So this is about your garden of possibilities. What are you planting? What do you want to plant? How are you going to nurture it? Is it a 6-month plan or a 12-month plan? What is the situation here? This is all about growth. This is about planting things. It's a very earthy sign. So now, as I said, we have got Uranus in Taurus currently, so there are going to be rumbles there. There are going to be changes there, and then you've got Saturn, which is coming in there to bring in the discipline and the structure and so on. So there's going to be some juggling going on, but ultimately this is going to bring instability, or it's what you need to bring in, or it's something that you need to be aiming for. And it's a very practical sign. So this is about taking practical steps. This is not necessarily stepping out and out of your sort of comfort zone. This can sometimes make you want to stay in your comfort zone. You know, in other words, not grow, but you do need to grow. All right, with the earthy energy, that's fine. It's fine to stand strong and firm with your roots deeply planted, but you also need to try a few different things, change it up. Be open to that, otherwise you get stuck, you know. So avoid getting stuck. That's what I'm saying here. But this is about growth. So what do you want to grow? How do you want to grow it? How do you want to nurture it? What do you actually want to plant? And in some cases it can also be, as I said, the material things, land related, money related. All money matters come in with this. land-related things, you know, actually accumulation of wealth. That's what the Taurus energy is all about. It's also, on the other side of it, it is a very sensual sign, and it loves luxury. So just be aware of that in the 8th house, because sexuality does come into here. It's a very sensuous sign. It's about connecting to your home comforts, your creature comforts, and, you know, good food and good wine or whatever it is that you like, and you know, luxuries, enjoying a few luxuries and so on. So if you can do that, certainly you've got energy coming in. If you can do that, then enjoy your spoils. But it can also be that you may need to just tailor that a little bit at this time, and think about accumulation and planting rather, because there's going to be movement in a certain direction, or a change of direction for you, and you need to just think about all of these angles at this time. But it is a very stabilizing energy. We've also got here Sekhmet, be strong. You are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. So with the Taurus energy, that's strength, all right? 8th house can sometimes be about control. So you either are bringing in control measures to promote stability, or you need to let go of a few control measures so that you can bring this growth in, okay? So take it as it resonates. It depends on you. Sekhmet is saying that you need courage. You need to be brave in this case. So this is why I say I do feel that you need to change things up a little bit. Don't be afraid to try a few new things. You know, you can be practical and you can have systems and measures in place and then move along, but don't be afraid to change it up. And she's saying, you know, you've got courage here with the lions, and, you know, it's about bravery and courage, but it's also about being strong. Now, this is strong in mind as well. So you want to have a victorious mindset. That's what you need to have with this card. It's about having a strong, focused intention of victory, of success, and so on, and doggedly working towards that. And with the Taurus energy, they can be very strong and have a lot of stamina. So I feel you're going to need that with your situation, okay? You know, and your strength assures a happy outcome. So it's about having a victorious mindset. Let go of negativity, poor me, or lack consciousness, or poverty consciousness. Also, don't let other people's negativity or naysayers detract you from what it is that you are working on, okay? So all of these aspects coming in, but it's about having that very strong vision in mind and working towards that and being practical in what you're doing, and using the power of the 8th house. Use your psychic ability, use your sensual, your senses to determine what needs to be done, but don't be afraid to change it up, you know, because you're growing. You need to grow this. That's what this is about. Now with the you've got here the satisfaction card. So I do feel that does very much go with the Taurus energy, and if it's related to a relationship, a physical relationship, then the sexuality and the sensuality coming in and so on. But it is, I think, overall about gaining satisfaction either in your finances or in an adventure or something that you're trying to do, something that you want to launch or you want to start or you want to create, something that you've got in mind, and it's about working towards that and doing everything you can to bring this in. And the Taurus energy can certainly do that. So it's about the obtaining of that and the working towards this this important goal at this time. So this is ultimately what you want to aim for, and it's the steps, the processes that you are going through here now to get you to this situation. Now we've got the 9th house here. So this can be about a number of things here. You have got Mart Venus in here. So this is often about legal matters, as I said, but it can be a negotiation or a mediation. So it is dealing with issues that are coming up in your 12th house, and this could be unconscious things that you need to work on, or things that are rising up from the depths, okay, to be dealt with. It could also be tapping into intuition and using that. Lots of ways that this can be coming in. But you've got the 9th house here as well, and this is the house of law and legal matters, the higher courts. So if that is something that is a theme for you, then Mart is saying that let go of a particular don't get too fixated on a specific outcome. Do what you need to do, as I said earlier on, and allow that to work, and let her come in, and allow the universe to step in, because there are things moving around in the background that you are not aware of right now. So the 9th house can, as I said, be about the law and legal matters, whether you are studying it or you're involved in that, whether you work in that profession, whatever the situation is, it is an aspect of the 9th house. It's also about intuition and the seeking of truth. So using your intuitive abilities, you have got the 8th house and you've got 12th house. All of these deal with psychic and intuition, intuitive impressions, instincts, all of those coming in, and some control issues, as I said, so just be aware of that. So 9th house, intuition, the seeking of truth, the intuitive processes, the gaining of wisdom, and in some cases faith, because it also deals with philosophy, religion, and belief systems in the world. So whether this is a personal issue and legal matters are involved, or whether it's to do with belief systems that are being very much tested in the world at the moment, there's a great rearrangement going on. So take it as it resonates there, but it is also the house of adventure, exploration. So whether this is in the mind through study, like higher education, like university level, or adult education, or further study, so whether it's through that, or whether it's through learning, as in philosophy and religion and belief systems, things like that. But it can also be a physical adventure, as in a trip which involves some sort of physical adventure. So this is normally long distance travel, or international travel, or travel to faraway places which are foreign and different from where you are, or dealing with foreign cultures, foreign things, foreign systems, and so on. All of that can come in with the 9th house. It is also to do with, as I say, your faith. So whether this is a religion or a belief system, whether that underpins everything that you are currently working on, but it has many aspects to it. Now, this can also be about the meeting of the world through the dissemination of information. So this can be in publishing, and it can also be in teaching, and it can also be in promotional work of all kinds, or public relations. Anything of that nature can also come in. In some mundane situations, it can also be your relationship to your in-laws. That can also come in with the 9th house. So, but I do feel that this is very much about seeking the truth, or going after something which is something that is important for you. This is part of your life purpose, or part of something that you need to do in this life. And it could be in any one of the areas that I've mentioned, okay? And it could also just be that you are going on a trip of some kind, and this is going to activate some aspect for you. So a lot to take in there, but just see how you relate to that. Now, as I said, we have got North Node, Life's Purpose, and we've got Pele, Divine Passion. So these two together are very, very, very powerful. And this is about literally allowing this now to come out. So this may have been something that's been sitting in your unconscious for a long period of time, something that you've always wanted to do, whether it's a trip or a professional change, or something that you've always wanted to do, something that's really important to you. This could be, aspects of a relationship, or it could be aspects of travel, or aspects of a career, or something that you, at long last, are now allowing to come up and manifest in your life. It's saying divine passion, Pele, be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? Okay, what is it that you really want? What is it that you really want to do with your life? Who do you want to be with? Where do you want to go? Where do you want to live? There are lots of questions, but it's about being brutally honest with yourself, and then allowing that passion, which has been kind of simmering there under the surface, to come out, needs to come out. And as soon as you connect to that, It's going to move you in incredible ways. It's going to move you in very, very powerful ways, because now you've acknowledged that this is a part of your life and it's something that you really need to do. So you could have a trigger in that regard as well. North Node can do this. This can be like literally like a bomb going off in your life, or it can be like a big door closing and now you are forced forward. Or it could just be something that has been in your life for a long time just falls away. So, but ultimately it's to move you into your life purpose. It's a very, very powerful energy. This is really ultimately what we all have come here to seek and find and go after. And we sometimes get stuck in dealing with all the other things, the past, and tying up loose ends and so on. And this is like a big wake-up call. This is a turning point. It can be a complete and utter change of direction as well, or it could be, as I said, at last you are acknowledging that this is really what you need to do, where you need to be, who you need to be with, and so on. So it really is getting on track now. And it's also linking up with your soul tribe. These are people who are significant in your life, whether they're there for a short time or a long time. They're significant because they're part of your group, part of your soul tribe. They're important. They're supposed to be there, and they will assist you and you will assist them because it's a mutual contract. They may pop in or pop up to you, and join you, or you may join them in some way. But it really is a very, very powerful card. It can be quite an abrupt change, quite an abrupt shift, an upheaval, and you may feel uncomfortable initially until you get out of it, because it can get you out of a rut very quickly. Fixed sign doesn't like change, but this is really a wake-up call. So an epiphany, a turning point, very, very important. And you need to jump at it. It's also right place, right time. That's what this energy brings in. Finally, we've got part of fortune. Lady Luck is smiling on you. Part of fortune is normally about an area of your life or an aspect of yourself that you haven't focused on, which is going to bring you your pot of gold, which is what we've been saying here. Okay, so your divine passion. There's something simmering under the surface that you need to go for, whether it's a person or a profession or a journey or something that you want to do, something that you need to say or express or go after. Okay, expand, growth. Ninth house is all about growth, expansion, opportunity, and so on. So part of fortune, increase. You could have a trigger, as I said, with the North Node. Something is going to trigger you. And this is about all of a sudden noticing that you have a talent or an ability or a skill. It may have been latent. In fact, it will have been latent, but you may not have focused on it, or you put it aside in favor of some other something else that you've been working on for years, and now you need to let that go and move on. So it really is about getting on track or uncovering something that has been hidden in you all along. And it really can bring focusing on that and honing that skill or that talent or that ability or whatever it is that rises up in you. It can be, you can monetize it, you can study it, you can hone it, you can create a lot of things from that. It's going to bring you rewards. Study it, hone it in some way. It's going to bring you a lot of rewards, recognition. You may be in the spotlight with this, but it's going to bring you ultimately satisfaction, which is what you want. Okay, so this is about latching onto that as quick as you can and doing everything you can to make it work for you in your life. It's a very, very fortunate aspect, very positive aspect. And as soon as you feel it surfacing, or you let it go, you let this energy go, then it's going to bring you this reward. But you've got to work at it. There's reward for effort here. But you're in a very fortunate circumstance, and it's right place, right time. Hope you enjoyed that. Please take care. Have a wonderful month. Please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.